Most people overspend on specialized emergency food that costs a fortune. Instead, head to Dollar Tree, where canned goods are just $1 each. Grab tuna, beans, vegetables, and fruit. 15 cans will provide enough food for 3 days and cost you just $15. Remember, these are items you'll actually eat, unlike those expensive emergency ration bars that taste like cardboard. But what about those fancy first aid kits that cost $50? I hear you asking. Here's where the magic happens. At Dollar Tree, you can build your own kit with bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, and gauze for around $10 total. The identical items would cost you 3 times as much in those pre-made kits. One viewer commented last week that she was worried about staying warm during a power outage. Great point, Sarah. For just $10, you can grab 2 emergency blankets that fold up tiny but keep you surprisingly warm. And don't forget light. Pick up 2 flashlights and batteries for just $5 total at the dollar store. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What about communication during emergencies? You don't need an expensive emergency radio. Check thrift stores where basic battery-powered radios go for around $15. This will keep you informed when cell networks are down and power is out. Let's take stock of what we've spent so far. $12 for water, $15 for food, $10 for first aid, $10 for blankets, $5 for lights, and $15 for a radio. That's just $67, and we've covered all the absolute essentials. With our remaining $33, we can customize the kit for your specific needs. Have pets? Add pet food and supplies. Have a baby? Grab diapers and formula. Medical needs? Set aside money for a week's worth of medications. The point is, you're not limited to a one-size-fits-all solution that emergency supply companies try to sell you for hundreds of dollars. But what if you can't afford $100 all at once? I totally get it. Start with just water and food, about $27. Next month, add first aid and lighting. Build your kit over time, focusing first on what will keep you alive in those critical first 72 hours after a disaster. Another viewer asked, how long will this food last? Great question, Miguel. Most canned goods last 2 to 5 years, so your investment isn't going to waste. Just check dates annually and replace anything expiring. This isn't a buy it and forget it situation. It's a living resource you maintain. Let's address the elephant in the room. Some of you are thinking, I'll just rely on government help if something happens. But FEMA and emergency services explicitly state they may not reach you for up to 72 hours after a disaster. Those 3 days are critical, and having your own supplies means you're not competing with desperate crowds at empty stores. I've personally used this exact system to build kits for my family, my elderly parents, and even helped neighbors create theirs. During the last major storm in our area, when power was out for 4 days, guess who was comfortable and who was panicking? That peace of mind is priceless, and it cost me less than a nice dinner out. Before I wrap up, I want to address the most common comment I get. But what if nothing ever happens? Isn't this a waste of money? Think about it this way. You probably spend $100 on streaming services every couple of months. Isn't your safety worth the same investment? Plus, in a true worst-case scenario, you can eat the food anyway before it expires. So there's literally zero waste. If you found this information helpful, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It helps more people see this potentially life-saving information. Subscribe to the channel for more practical survival tips that don't require a millionaire's budget. And drop a comment below telling me what emergency you're most concerned about in your area. I might cover specific preparations for that in my next video. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, emergency readiness isn't about fear, It's about freedom from worry. I'll see you in the next video.